Crypto and DeFi is one of the best opportunities of our generation's lifetime to make insane amounts of wealth. But one of the problems with crypto and DeFi is people try to squeeze every drop, every dime out of the market. They try to make as much money as possible and they leave with nothing if not losing money. Whether that's gambling memes, throwing their last $1,000 in a meme coin, hoping to hit 100x, and they turn it into 90 bucks. They lose 99% of all their cash. It's because they're taking on too much risk. Or maybe it's something like in DeFi. Some of my students or people that join my group, we take a look at their portfolio and they're taking on so much risk to try to squeeze more money per day that they end up losing capital in the long run. A very good example of this, I'm pulling up my DeFi portfolio here on one of my wallets. And you'll see I have about $24,000 in this wallet right here on VFAT, earning over $100 a day, right? A great example is a pool like this black hole to Avalanche or this black hole to USDC. It's full range and it makes me right at 1% a day, it's freaking fantastic, guys. This is cooking me out money each and every day. Each of these pools makes me $15 with only $1,500 invested in it. Now, the problem is that 1% a day, it's very, very juicy. That's like about a 360% per year APR, which is amazing, guys. But people see that APR and they chase it. They'll put 100% in their portfolio in a position like this, whereas you see that out of 23 grand, almost 24 grand in this portfolio right now, collectively between those two pools, I only have $3,000. That's a little over 10% in those high-risk pools. Now, here's what happens. People will throw their whole portfolio at something like that, and yes, it does generate a shit ton of cash flow. But the risk is that you're exposed to that black hole token. And this goes for many other examples as well. When you're in a high-risk pair of like a meme coin in Solana, or a meme coin in ETH, something like that, where it's paying maybe 800% a year, but you're exposed to trash. Do I think black hole is trash? No, it's essentially Arrow on Avalanche, right? So if you guys like Arrow, maybe you'll be a little interested in black hole. I think Elio Trades and Alex Becker, they talk about this a lot. This coin right here, they're involved in its development. But black hole here, I actually started each of these positions with $3,000 in it. And you can see that both these pools value, it's down 50%. And that's the risk to DeFi in general, is that the biggest risk to it is the assets you're choosing. If you're choosing something like at the top, ETH to USDC, I'm not afraid of that going anywhere. I believe in ETH long term. I've got ETH to Brett, ETH to Doge below it, where those are assets I believe in long term, and I'm just monetizing, using those for a daily cash flow. And then again, these black hole pools down here, they pay very, very well in comparison. But the risk is that you're exposed to that black hole token, which has enormous sell pressure being a reward token, but it's paying very, very nicely. So if you're able to not be emotional and play a long-term bet like that, you can use that 1% a day to cash flow other positions, like, let's say, the Avalanche to Bitcoin that I have opened up here. I've opened up this full position purely based on fees from the black hole pools. And that's something that I don't think is going to tank overnight. Bitcoin, I believe in long-term. AVAX, I don't think is going to go anywhere negative long-term in terms of like rugging. AVAX is not going to disappear, whereas black hole, it can really go down to negative infinity. But that's the game. When you're in these high-risk positions, guys, you can make great cash flow, but you need to be a good steward of your money. I would say less than 20% of your portfolio should go into meme coin pairs or very high-risk pairs like this, but you can use them as a great cash flow. 1% a day is amazing, but use those rewards to get risk-free as fast as possible. Your goal should be to make your initial entry back ASAP, and then everything you make after that, icing on the cake. That is just free money. Now, black hole token is down about 50% in my pool value. It would be much worse if I was just speculating on the token by itself. Black hole token itself is down like 80, 90% from my entry. And so pools have saved my ass on the way down. I've lost money slower in the pool, which is amazing. And I've also been earning over 1% a day for a couple months now. So your entries do matter. And it's technically, for people interested, this is a better time for you to buy and get a position in this, and get a position in black hole or these token pairs. It is a better time. And I am right about at the point where I do plan to double down, throw another 1,500 at both, get those back up to 3K each, both of those making me $30 a day. That's 60 bucks a day off 6 grand. Definitely nothing to laugh at, a great income. You just don't take on too much risk. Don't make it more than 20% of your portfolio, guys, because a lot of people, they try to chase as much money per day as they can, as much money per day as possible, not understanding that they are holding inventory of those volatile, maybe sketchy, if it's a meme coin, volatile assets that have no reason they can't just go to zero. So remember, when you're in DeFi, you are becoming the exchange. You are becoming a store that is selling these assets. You want to make sure that your inventory is not something that just randomly can expire or go down to zero. You want to create an evergreen store of things like Ethereum, Doge, Bread. These are some things I have in this portfolio right here that aren't going to just go to zero. I mean, technically they could, but I don't believe that that's going to happen. It's something I believe in long term. And you can use a smaller percentage of your portfolio, though, for high risk positions because they do pay very, very well. So you can use them as a turbo boost to boost everything else in your portfolio. You just want to get risk free as fast as possible because in DeFi, sometimes you don't see the risk until it's too late. You're chasing big numbers, flashy APRs, and you don't realize that just because you're making 1% a day doesn't mean you'll out earn an 80% drawdown in a week because you're really not going to. So, guys, please, if I can teach you anything, invest in projects that you believe in and don't sacrifice your investing thesis for flashy high APRs because something that's only making 10% a month but sticks around month after month, year after year, it's going to make you more in the long run than something that's pumping out 2 to 3% a day that doesn't last or stick around for more than a month. So guys, if you want help building your own DeFi portfolio, if you want to make over $100 a day, if you want to make 10K a month, we have 100 members inside our community that are doing just that. So click the link below, book a call with me, and I'll see you on the other side.